That's the one, Toys Hill. Don't be fooled by its playful name. This climb is as serious as it gets along the North Downs Ridge. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another What's Up vlog, number 259, I think. I don't think we quite hit 260 yet. Remember I did a series last year called Hill Hunting, and I got as far as 2 episodes, I think. Not quite sure why I stopped, but anyway, it's back. I'm going hill hunting today. I'm going to Toys Hill. It's in the 100 Climbs book, page 20, or number 20, I believe it is. And it's a bit of a bastard. It's also a hill that my good friend and fellow WKGer Sean Lowe has consistently requested that I ride. I think he meant with him, so sorry Sean, I've just snatched an opportunity. So I'm expecting it to be rough. Right, okay, I can't carry on the charade any longer. I have a confession. I've already done this ride and I've already made this video once, but unfortunately I had been playing around with the exposure settings on this camera and all of the footage was basically unviewable. It was too dark, and I'd set out at about 7 o'clock in the evening. And while I'm being completely honest, that intro that you just saw with me flicking through the book, that was recorded the last time I made this video as well, which is why I got different gloves on. So I'm back on the Cervelo, as you can see. One slight change from my last ride. I've had to put a different tyre on. The split in my front Vittoria had got a little bit beyond my comfort zone, as I'll show you in this photo here, so decided to sacrifice the beautiful looks of a tan wall with this. It's actually quite a nice tyre. It's an S-Works something, but it's a nice tyre. But obviously I've now got odd tyres, which is highly frowned upon. Apologies for not having uploaded for some time. Quite frankly, I've just been in a foul mood. None of the videos would have been any good anyway, so even the one I recorded last week in the dark would have been crap. Just been so stressed out. I finished a massive job where the client, they're about 2 months overdue with the payment, which is causing me all kinds of cash flow problems. I've got another magazine which was supposed to have gone to press last week, and the editor has only sent me maybe 1/6 of the total content to design so far, so that's stressing me out. The client's not happy about that. Just the t-shirts, I'm not even going to start on the t-shirts. They have all gone now, by the way, every single one of them. I had the screen split on the one design where pretty much everybody had ordered that design because it was part of the 6-pack. Then my heater, the drying process wasn't working on some t-shirts that I discovered at a later stage. Well, that's not your problem, but anyone, rest assured, if you've ordered a t-shirt, it is 100% guaranteed on its way to you now. Even the very latest orders have now gone. Thank you all so much for your patience and for your orders. It's greatly appreciated. I've popped some of the new vinyl stickers in with all the orders that went out late, so just as a very crap apology. All right, I suppose I better do this. It's about 2.5 kilometers long. It starts off reasonably gentle and it sort of gradually ramps up, and I think it averages at about 10%, maybe 9%, and then it kicks up to, I think, around 15% before you get to what looks like the top. It's like a junction, looks like the top. You're thinking, great, I'm done. And then just about another 100 meters further up, you can see a sharp turn, which is an absolute f***er. And that does take you to the top. The actual segment, the 100 Climbs segment, I believe stops at the pub, which is just past the actual crest of the hill. So remind me to put a sticker on the sign, the Toys Hill sign, as I go past it, but actually it'll be on the way. Anyway, right, I'm going to stop waffling. Oh, to keep it consistent with previous hill hunting videos, I am going to try my best to do the data overlay using the Garmin Verb software. So if it's worked, enjoy the data overlay. If not, let's do this. Okay, I'll get my excuses in just before we hit the segment start. It's very windy today. I'm not sure what direction the wind's going in, but let's just say it's a full block headwind. I've done no exercise at all other than a bit of tennis. Obviously, like I say, I did ride this about 10 days ago, but it was so slow, I'm not even sure it qualifies as exercise. Oh yeah, front tyre obviously is completely alien to me. So, everyone knows, if you change one of your tyres onto one that you're not used to, that probably adds a minute per kilometre of climbing. So, there we go. I'm not aiming for a particularly fast time because, well, I'm not going to get one, and I know that. But also, I've got quite a long ride home. It's taken me 25 kilometres to get here, reasonably lumpy. So I know I've got the same 25k back. Sean, I believe, did this in about 12 minutes. My last time, last weekend, was 16. So I'll be pleased if I beat my previous time that was done in the dark, and then at least I'll have a decent benchmark. I can keep coming back to try and improve and eventually beat Sean. I've ridden 800 meters and this is about 2.8% gradient. If this is it, don't know what all the fuss was about. Easy peasy. Oh, okay, now I remember. There's the ramp just ahead. My Garmin's still not showing me the segment, which is annoying. I'd like to see my comparative time to my last attempt. Anyway, less talking now. It's getting steep. My Wahoo mount's really rattly today for some reason. It's the actual unit rattling in the mount, not the mount rattling on the bars. It's very annoying. Yeah, so this bit's about 10% along here. Oh, to make matters worse, my pedals are really squeaky. My cleats, can you hear them? Oh, that's going to annoy me for the next 2 kilometres. Oh, come on. This ride was supposed to cheer me up. .5% here. My heart rate's just tipped into the 180s. Alright, that was a stark reminder why I'm not enjoying road riding at the moment. A bloody lorry, sorry, a van, couldn't wait 10 seconds to get around that bend before coming past me. Then had to chop in front of me because he nearly hit a Range Rover. Okay, now look at that bend coming up here. Jesus. Like I say, it was only 10 days ago I did this. I forgot about that. The one I remember is a bit further on, I think. Wahoo was auto pause. I'm clearly going too slow. Actually, I should have turned the auto pause off, shouldn't I? So it's easier to match up with the data overlay. Okay, this is the junction that a lot of people think is the end. Oh no. %13 here. 15%, 16, 17, or 16.8. You know when 10% feels like a rest. It's been a proper climb. Okay, here's the sign for the summit. I'm going to carry on to the pub just to make sure I've got the segment covered. Stayed at about 5 or 6% here, I think. Oh, 4%, 2.5, 2, 1.7, 1.5. Back up to 2. There's the pub. Woo! Pub that's always closed, it seems. Whew. Alright, let's end that ride. I have no idea how I did. The ride itself was 15 minutes 38 seconds for the 2.9 kilometers, so that should mean I've beaten my PB, but for whatever reason it's not showing it there. Oh. Right, now I get to enjoy the descent, but before that, one very crucial job. Is it still vandalism if it's removable? Surely not. I'm not even going to pretend I enjoyed that. The road is far too rough for that to be enjoyable at those sort of speeds. It just felt like at any second I could get a puncture or crack a rim or anything. It just felt horrible. Anyway, I'm not the bravest descender there was anyway. So that's it. Toys Hill, up, back down again, done. Now it's just a matter of 25 kilometers riding home. Change dropped again. That hasn't happened for a while. Well, Scotland. It happened on our last ride. I got really wedged up inside the frame. Bugger me, how annoying is that? Alright, so I'm guessing the outer limit needs slight adjustment on the front mech. Have I mentioned before, I bloody hate front mechs. This ride is doing its best to fuck me off. It's supposed to be a clear my head, improve my mood kind of ride. Obviously I've dropped a chain, now I've got a flat. Well, that can't be good that the inner tube actually stuck to the tyre. Alright, I think I found the culprit. That. Oh, I dropped it. That is a very sharp bit of flint poking through the tyre there. Alright, tyre checked. I think we're good. Just get back on the wheel, get the tube in. Alright, let's hope this is quicker than the first time I had to fit Vittoria tyres to these Hunt tubeless ready wheels, because that was a mission. Logo lined up with the valve. Even emergency repairs at the side of the road, you need to adhere to that rule. This looks like a really skinny tube. In she goes. Actually, do you know what? I usually blow this up a little bit, just with my mouth, just give it a little bit of shape. Feed it in. And I found the key with getting these tyres on was actually to make sure the edges of the tyres were pushed right away into the centre of the wheel rim, away from the bead on both sides. And it just gave that extra little bit of slack to pop the tyre over, he says. Ah, nearly there. Wow. Well, that was surprisingly painless. All right, let's hope I can get enough air in it out of this crappy little pump to get me home. I'm now expecting a load of comments about two things. One, carrying CO2 cartridges, and two, going tubeless. As far as tubeless is concerned, I'm still on the fence about it. I watched lots of cycling videos, including mountain biking, cross country, bike packing and normal road biking, and there seems to be as many punctures with tubeless tyres as there are with tubed, but it seems actually more aggravation if you get a puncture with a tubeless tyre than with a tube, and that doesn't make sense to me. It seems that the self-sealing gunk never seems to self-seal, and people end up just putting tubes in anyway, so you've got disgusting sloppy slime rolling around inside your tyre as well as a tube. It's getting quite hard, get a bit more in there. So yeah, I'm not convinced it's worth the aggravation. As for CO2s, yeah, I probably should carry those, but I've never used one, and to be honest, they kind of scare me a little bit. If I was in a race, I'd have one, obviously, because speed is of the essence, but I'm never in a particular rush to get this done. I would like a slightly more efficient pump. This one, it's quite hard work, but I'd say we're there. That seems pretty hard, pretty firm. Oh, let's hope that holds, at least till I get home. This bit always fascinates me, the way pros put wheels back on so quickly. I'm sure it's something that comes with practice, but bloody hell, I have to fanny around for ages to get it to line up. She's in, she's straight, she's got her hair in. Oh. All right, we're back in business. Rolling again. Got about 13k to get home. One last punchy test to do out to Eleanor. Other than that, it's reasonably plain sailing, providing my bike stays in one piece, air stays inside the tyre. Oh, I never wanted this to be a moany vlog. It's the whole reason I haven't bloody videoed for over a week, because I've been a miserable prick. See if I can end the ride on a high, getting a decent time up out to Eleanor. It's the last climb before home. I'm battering into the wind. This is not going to be a good time. That's like the oldest cycling excuse in the book. But seriously, I did like a little, I don't know, 70-degree bend there. As soon as I turned into it, I felt like I hit a wall. But we'll give it a go. I'm way off. So, summarise Toys Hill. Definitely a decent workout, that's for sure. I would put it probably on a par with Chalk Pit Lane, which is the one I did on a previous hill hunting video, in terms of distance and overall savagery, whatever. It's like a shorter version of the Kano Mount, Kano Mount. In terms of the gradients are similar. Kano Mount was beautifully smooth and the views made it worthwhile. I think that's probably the hardest part about Toys Hill. It's actually quite demoralising. The only view you've got is pretty much straight ahead, and the sight of some of those switchbacks, I say switchbacks, the sort of bends that really ramp up, and then that long stretch as you get near the top where you can just see it going on, and it kind of, yeah, that's a little bit sort of morale sapping, but that's good. It was a nice loop anyway. So this is about a 50k loop for me from home, with obviously a nice big climb right in the center of it. So it's definitely one I'll be doing again, try and chip away at my time. In terms of the main objective of this ride, of cheering myself up, to be fair, I'm always going to be happier after a bike ride anyway, even if it's a crappy bike ride that was littered with punctures. And actually that was about it. What am I moaning about? The chain came off and got caught in the frame a little bit, but nothing major, and I had a puncture which actually I fixed pretty easily. So I think it's actually only the traffic. If I could ride this bike, which I freaking love riding, it's so beautiful, on well kept, quiet roads, that's just cycling bliss. Sadly, I'm surrounded by busy, very, very badly kept roads, which kind of takes the edge off a little bit, but I'm not going to complain. I mean, look at the scenery here. Look. I live in a pretty nice part of the world, certainly nothing to grumble about, and I definitely would have been in an even worse mood had I not come out and done a bike ride. Overall, a success. Right, I'm going to wrap up. That's me done. Gentle cruise home now for the last 2.5, 3 kilometers, and back to work. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.